नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवद्योत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो नलिननेत्राय वेणुवाद्य विनोदिने राधाधरसुधापान शालिने वनमालिने महाभावस्वरूपास्त्वं कृष्णप्रिया वरीयसी प्रेमभक्तिप्रदे देवी श्रीराधिका त्वं नमोस्तुते। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 8, question by the King Parikshit, text number 6. Hautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namanchati Mukparikleshaha Panthaha Sva Yatha Hautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namanchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panthasva Sharanam Yatha Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namanchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panthasva Sharanam Yatha.
Dhautatma Purusha Krishna
Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namanchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panthasva Sharanam Yatha. Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namanchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panthasva Sharanam Yatha. Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namanchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Panthasva Sharanam Yatha. Dhautatma, whose heart has been cleansed. Purushaha, the living being. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Padamulam, the shelter of the lotus feet. Na, never. Munchati, gives up. Mukta, liberated. Sarva, all. Parikleshaha, of all miseries of life. Pantha, the traveler, in his own abode, Yatha, as it were. Translation and purport by His Loving Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. A pure devotee of the Lord, whose heart has once been cleansed by the process of devotional service, never relinquishes the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, for they fully satisfy him, as a traveler is satisfied at a home after a troubled journey. One who is not a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord Krishna is not a completely cleansed in the heart. The first blow that Prabhupada has given. जो भगवान का शुद्ध भक्त नहीं है, उसका हृदय कभी भी पूरी तरह से शुद्ध नहीं हो सकता. But a perfectly cleansed person never quits the devotional service of the Lord. In discharging such a devotional service, as ordered by Brahmaji to Narad in the preaching of Srimad Bhagavatam, sometimes a representative of the Lord engaged in a preaching work meets various so-called difficulties. This was exhibited by Lord Nityananda when he delivered the two fallen souls, Shagai and Madhai. Jesus Christ has crucified by the non-believers, but such difficulties are very gladly suffered by the devotees in preaching, because in such activities, although apparently very severe, the devotees of the Lord feel transcendental pleasure because the Lord is satisfied. Prahlad Maharaj suffered greatly, but still he never forgot the lotus feet of the Lord. This is because a pure devotee of the Lord is so purified in his heart that he cannot leave the shelter of the Lord Krishna in any circumstances. There is no self-interest in such a service. The progress of culturing knowledge by the Gyanis or the bodily gymnastic by the yogis are ultimately given up by the respective performance. But the devotee of the Lord cannot give up the service of the Lord, for he is ordered by the spiritual master. Pure devotee, like Narada and Nityananda Prabhu, take up the order of spiritual master as the sentence, as the sustenance of life. They do not mind what become of the future of their lives. They take the matter very seriously as the order comes from their higher authority, from representative of the Lord, or from the Lord himself. The example set herein is very appropriate. A traveler leaves home to search for wealth in a far distant places, sometimes in the forest, and sometimes on the ocean, and sometimes on hilltops. Certainly, there are many troubles for the traveler when he is in such unknown places. But all such troubles are at once mitigated as soon as the sense of his family affection is remembered. And as soon as he returns home, he forgets all such troubles on the way. A pure devotee of the Lord is exactly in a life tie with the Lord, and therefore he is undeterred in discharging his duty in a full affection tie with the Lord. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manokrishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shriyudapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadbhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Pashatyare Shatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandha Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vagayashayasya Ne Lakshmi Yasya Chavakshasi Yasya Vasate Yasya Hridaye Samvit Tam Narsim Mamaham Bhaje Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bhautatma Purushat Krishna Padamulam Namunchate Mukta Sarva Pariklesha Pantasva Sharanam Yatha. A pure devotee of the Lord, whose heart has once been cleansed by the process of devotional service, never relinquishes the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna. For they fully satisfy him, as a traveler is satisfied at a home after a troubled journey. So first and foremost thing that Prabhupada writes in his purport, and that is about one who is not pure devotee of the Supreme Lord Krishna is not completely cleansed in their heart. There are so many spiritual practitioners. They adopt a process of cultivation of speculative knowledge. Few are there who adopt the process of Ashtanga Yoga to externally control all their external senses with the gross and subtle Gyanendriyas or knowledge acquiring senses. They try to control them and like to concentrate their mind on the super soul who resides in the heart. But it is said that still they are not cleansed in their heart. Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita said, Bhukti Mukti Kami Sakale Ashanta Krishna Bhakta Nishkama Atayeva Shanta. Bhukti, as we have seen in Bhagavad Gita, where Lord explains that four kind of people, they take shelter of their Lordship, or they approach to their Lord. with the four different desires. Arti, Artharthi, Jnani, and Jigyasu. So amongst them, Lord says, this Jnani is more elevated than other three. Because other three are interested in Bhakti, Kama, and Mukti. They want the enjoyment, they want a sense gratification, and they want liberation from this material body. But Krishna Bhakta Nishakama Atayeva Shanta. But the Lord's devotee is Nishkama. Nishkama means what? What exactly means Nishkama? किसको कहते हैं निष्काम? आत्मेन्द्रिय प्रीतिवांछा तारवली काम, कृष्णेन्द्रिय प्रीतिवांछा प्रेम हरे नाम. He never has any other desire than satisfying Krishna. That person is known as a Nishkama because he does not have any desire for his own sense gratification. Atmendriya Prithivancha. He does not have anything to satisfy for himself materially. Because what he prays to the Lordship, Nahum vande tava charanayor dvandva dvandva hetoho kumbhipakam gurum api hare narakam napitam ramya rama mradut tanulatana pirandum bhave bhave hridaya bhavane bhavaye bhavantam. What he said, O Lord Hari, it is not to be saved from the dualities of material existence or the green turbulations of the Kumbhipak hell. That I pray your lotus feet, nor is my purpose to enjoy the soft-skinned, beautiful women who resides in the gardens of heaven. I pray to your lotus feet only so that I may remember you alone in the core of my heart, birth after birth. Krishna Bhakta Nishikama Atayeva Shanta. He is totally without any desire for sense gratification. And neither he is afraid of anything or any turbulations in this material world. He never gets disturbed by that. As explained in Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter. Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate adhikam sthitaha. Yasmin sthitena gurunam api na vichalyayet. Once the heart of the pure devotee is cleansed from all materialistic desire, then he does not have any sort of a fear in his heart. Because fear is the cause of our existence in this material world. And people may have a fear of anything. Even the pious people, they are afraid of sins. Because they think if they commit sin, they will go to hell. But pure devotee says, my Lord, I'm not asking you to save me from the dualities of this material world or the green turbulations for Kumbhipaka. But I pray at lotus feet What he says? Bhave bhave hridaya bhavane bhavaye yam bhavantam. Bhave bhave, again and again. And the various words, let your lotus feet reside in my heart always. Because there are four kind of atheistic people who never believe in the Lord. Atheists are faithless on account of their many misdeeds in their past and present lives. They fall into four categories. One is like a gross materialist. Second is like the immoral sinners. Third, number one, fools. And fourth, those who are bewildered by the Maya. Who are they? Atheist. Mayaya aparata jnanam asurim bhavam ashrita. These four kinds of atheists, they never believe in the Lord because their heart is not cleansed. But the person who has cleansed his heart, what are his desires? He always says, Nasta dharme na cha vasunichaye naiva kamopabhoge yavat bhavayam tad bhavantu bhagavan purvakaramanurupam etat prarthayantam mama bahumatam janma janamantaripi vatpadamboraho yugagata nishala bhaktirastu. He's always, and his desire is that, oh my Lord, I have no attachment for religiosity or for accumulating wealth or for enjoying sense gratification. Let this come as they inevitably must, in accordance with my past state. But I do pray for the most cherished boon, earth after earth. Let me render unflinching devotional service unto your two lotus feet. When one is eternally engaged in the eternal transcendental service of the Lord, then he never bothers about the four things. And what are they? Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. He never cares for them. And because of that, he never gives up the devotional service. He may stay at any place, anywhere in this universe or any form of the life. He always says, Diviva bhuviva mama pivaso narake va narakanta prakamam avadhir sharadaravindo charanau te marane pichintayami. He said, oh my Lord, I am totally surrendered at your lotus feet. And at the time of death, I have to remember your lotus feet. Nothing else. You put me anywhere. Diviva bhuviva mama pivasa. Let me reside in either the realm of the demigods, Divi, in the world of human beings, Bhuvi, Narakanta Prakamam, Narakeva Narakanta Prakamam, or hell, or in the hellish conditions. as you please. I'm not desiring that I should get a liberation or I should go back to God. But by Lord, I only pray that the point of death I remember your two lotus feet, whose beauty defies that of a lotus growing in the Sharat season. Avadhirita Sharadara window, which has defied, they are so beautiful that they have defied the beauty of the lotus which blossom in the Sharad Ritu. So that is his condition. And this sort of a status of a mind is considered as the most pure status of the mind. And only such a person can give up the devotional service to the Lord. Then we have to understand, unless and until we really get rid of this desire of sense gratification, it's very difficult to cross over. Like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada used to say that even you can have a mere desire of eating a rasgulla, that may keep you back in this material world. Because that will create a thin layer in between you and the Lord. So any desire other than serving their Lordship will cause our repetition of birth and death. And the people who have such a clean heart can relish the nectar of devotional service. Otherwise, like a flight together, they may just discuss. But unless and until the heart is cleansed, they can't relish and they can't really admire the beauty, the transcendental nature, and wonderful pastimes of their Lordship. Like, if you want to collect pure water from the river, you need to have a clean pot. Even maybe the water may be pure, but if your pot is not clean, then what happens? You're going to get a impure water. So same way, we need to clean our heart so that we can carry the love of God in our heart. As His Holiness Gaur Govind Maharaj used to say, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Prema Purushottam. And why he has appeared? Golokera Premadhana Harinama Sankirtan. To give us the things which is known as a dhana, wealth. And from where he has got it? He has imported that from Golok Vrindavan, because most of the people, they have a fascination for the imported things, the thing that is more valuable. From some other country, if they have imported, they feel proud that, I have brought this from there, I have imported it. Mahaprabhu has come along with the imported wealth. From where? It's from the beyond universes. It's from the eternal abode of Lord. Ratina janmi lokyanopay. But what's our problem? We have not developed any rati, no attachment. While chanting, we sleep. While hearing about Lord, we sleep. Anything that help us to cleanse our mind, we sleep that. That's our pathetic condition. And whoever wants to cleanse their heart, they have to go under a great turbulation in this material world. So it's not that easy to become a devotee of the Lord. It's just not just come, chant, dance, and finish. No. You have to do that, but in the pure state of consciousness. Before that, it's tough. You need to understand. As you become serious in devotional service, then you will come to know it's not that easy. Chanting Hare Krishna, it's not that easy. Why? Because bhave, birth after birth, we have nurtured only the desires to gratify our senses. Atmendriya Priti. And to negate that Atmendriya Priti and develop that Krishnendriya Priti Vancha, that needs the association of devotees. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. As kama get developed, or the sense gratificatory activities or attraction develops in your heart when you associate with the people who are into sense gratification. So same way, if you associate with the people who are in love with God, who are heart or whose heart is inundated with the love of God, definitely you will also develop that same desire. As the English saying goes, that birds of same feather flock together. So to develop that intensity or seriousness for the devotional service of the Lord, what we need? We need the association of pure devotee. In any form. As Prabhupada says, I am there in my books. Most of the people, they say, we stay such away, 60 miles away from the temple, how it is possible for us to get association. Prabhupada came all the way from lakhs of miles to give association to this Western world. And now in the form of books, he is there everywhere. If you really seek association of pure devotees, he is there in the form of books. Why don't you take that association? Because we don't have a sincere desire to take association. He says, I'm there in my books. I'm living in my books. If you want to associate, he's there. Because he has dictated all these books. So he has spoken. He's there in the form of his sound waves. Because sound waves never get destroyed. They remain eternal. What you need, just to tune yourself with that sound wave. As there are radio waves, they flow in the ether. We are not able, but as soon as we tune any equipment with that, we can able to catch these waves and listen that whatever is going on. So same way we need to tune with that wavelength or that waves. And how to tune that? By our sincere desire. At least I had experience in my life. Felt like that, oh, I don't have association. And these are the problems in my life. Who is going to help me? Randomly close your eyes, open any canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and your answer is there. Because you will not have any question which is out of syllabus. And whole syllabus of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. You think and open the book, you will get your answer. 101% guarantee. Sincere desire to know the solution for your problem. Otherwise, we want to cuddle our problem. We want to nurture. We don't want to get rid of that. When you are really wanted to get rid of that thing, you will get the answer. What you need is an intense, sincere desire. And if you cultivate that, that's the real price for Krishna consciousness. Rupa Goswami Pad, he writes in Tatrapi Mulyam Laulupyam. Laulupya means greed. Extreme greed to associate with the devotees is the only a price or a value that you have to pay for nurturing your Krishna consciousness. Krishna Bhava Rasam Rasalayam. Krishna Bhavanamrit or Krishna consciousness is the treasure of Melos or Rasa. But what is the price that you have to pay for that? Greed, intense greed to get that. And when you develop, when your heart is cleansed. How it gets cleansed? Shrunvatam Swakata Krishna. When you hear the wonderful pastimes of the Lordship in the association of devotees. And we are blessed that Prabhupada has given us such a wonderful platform where we can discuss every day, whether you want or not. Every day, hear, read Srimad Bhagavatam. That will purify the heart and that will gives you chance to relish the Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Malik, कुछ कहना है? बहुत गहनता से उसी 4 लाइन को पढ़ रहे हैं आप कब से? क्या है वो जो अकेले एंजॉय कर रहे हो? क्या है बोलो?
बताता नहीं, बहुत सुंदर है, बहुत सुंदर है। वही वाला जो डिवोटी है वो काम परित्याग नहीं करते, जो डिवोटी नहीं है वो योग कर सकते हैं। हाँ
वही है, सही, दोनों एक वेवलेंथ ही है।
How to give up last desire?
Sorry?
How to give up last desire, especially Krishna consciousness?
Yeah, I am also working on that.
Because I'm working like such a place, and this is very difficult. Sometimes your mind going in different directions.
See, let mind do its own job. We should be sincere in our job.
Can you say that?
Let mind do its own job. We should be sincere in our job. If you neglect the mind, it will not bother you. But if you try to pay attention to the mind, it will bother you like the hell. Only one medicine is there to control your mind. Just neglect. Whatever things it gets for the sense gratification, forget about that. Because you have to be sincere in your endeavor. Your endeavor is what? Mind is doing its function. Because the function of mind is sankalpa and vikalpa, rejecting and accepting things or bewildering you. And he is sincerely doing his job. So we should do our sincere job. And what is our sincere job? If you are busy with your own spiritual practices, then why mind will bother you? If it is preoccupied, then mind does not have a place to occupy again. No? Our problem is that we are not preoccupied. We are not occupied with our own things.
Yeah, because there is no association with the body. So
Yes.
I'm alone, and then I see.
Who says that you are alone? It's you.
I'm thinking I'm alone.
Yeah, you should come out of that thinking. You are practicing for almost 30, 35 years. And if you say that I'm alone, then what we can? We are the kids in front of you. What we can say then? Your bed bag is there with you. Your sound system in the car is there with you. And more than thousands of lectures that Prabhupada has given, they are there. What is our problem? That we don't have a sincere desire to come over the problem. If we really want to get rid of that, he has given everything in any form. You may say Maya may attack you on some particular form, but Lord has provided you protection in that form also. Like yesterday I was hearing one scientific person, he was saying, for the grihasthas, especially it's very tough to perform devotional service. Why? Because they are exposed to all sense gratifying activities. Because they have to earn their livelihood. They have to work out, they have to go out, they have to cultivate. They have to come in touch with so many varieties of people of different consciousness. You have to deal with them. So for you, you are like a Abhimanyu in the viewer, and you are caught, but you don't know how to come out of that. Being a grihastha, performing devotional service is like fighting like Abhimanyu. Unless and until you don't know how to come out, it will be very tough. So, what is most important thing is that prayers. We should pray to the Lord. Nothing works in the world. Prayers that you offer to the Lord from the sincere heart. That's what He needs from you. What else you can give it to Him? The devotee is like a Maharaj Kulashekar. You read their prayers. I definitely tell you that if you read these prayers and contemplate on that, Maya will not bother you. 101%. Because these prayers have such a deep value. They have such a deep, what you can say, the essence of devotional service. Once you get that flavor, rest of the thing, it will become unpalatable for you. And as we say that, Raso Varjam Rasopyasya Param Drashtani Varadati. I was we were reading just one prayer from Mukunda Mala Stotra, where, as you said, that lust, that really bothers us a lot. So he says here, my Lord, I only desire, just for what? Nothing else, but remembering your lotus feet. Naham vande tava charanayo advandva heto. I am not worshipping your lotus feet or taking shelter at lotus feet to get rid of these dualities of material world. Happiness or suffering, I don't bother about that. Just to get rid of that things, I have not taken shelter at your lotus feet. Kumbhi pakam gurumapi hare narakam napnaintum. Or neither to get rid of the hellish planets or the hellish situation where I can suffer a lot. I have not taken shelter for that one. And then he says, neither I have a desire, Ramya Rama Mrudutanulata Nandane Napirantum. Or neither I have a desire to enjoy the heavenly dancers who are having a soft skin. Bhave bhave hridaya bhavane bhavayeyam bhavantam. But what I desire? Birth after birth, oh my Lord, this lotus feet should reside in my heart. When I was in Brahmacharya ashram, we were staying in the ashram, and all were youngsters, like we just in the prime youth, 20, 21, 23, like after just finishing graduation, joined the time. And our temple was at such a place, it's like a Maya Devi's hub. We had a upper floor ashram and down and surrounded by one classes, tuitions, which is known as the Bola classes. They were very famous that time in Bombay. And all girls used to come for that tuitions. They were like 18, 20 years old. And most of them in miniskirts. And all were with the brahmacharis. Just came from the, most of the devotees who used to come from the outside, they used to ask how you people maintain yourself. Otherwise, everyone will come and just sit in the lobby to look at them. How you people control them? How you have deprived yourself from this attraction? The whole attraction of the material world to see the beautiful women, teenagers, girls. And here you people, how you keep yourself away from that? Then one of our god brother Ramachandra, he was a doctor. He gave a wonderful answer for it. He said, what is the real beauty? As long as we have this body, as Prabhupada says, as long as you have this body, this lust will make you trouble. Why? If you find in the scripture, the reason of existence of this body is someone's lust only. Because our parent, they had that feeling, that's why we got conceived. So the conception itself is a cause of lust, or lust is the cause of conception. Then as long as this body is there, lust is going to give you trouble. And whenever you get attracted to any beautiful lady or woman or girl, then that God brother said, just think about the thin layer that you have in this skin. It's what some maybe minute mm actually. It's not 1 mm even. Some part of mm. If that goes, then what's there inside? You never seen? If you want to try it out, take that. Generally, they have that water purifier, and that has its own cylinders there. From where water absorbs and that goes down, the purified water, the sediments side up. That purifying cylinder, you take it out and just rub it like this. You will find out that the thin layer of this skin will go away, and you will find the red color muscles on it. It looks so horrible. I did once. I tried it out. I just saw that whole this portion. It was like having all the textures of that skin, and inside is red like anything, which is not that attractive. And that made at least me, whenever I see any beautiful woman and mind things, like first it's natural, because any beautiful thing, flowers, anything has created by the Lord. To look at a first glance is totally agreeable. As a human being, you have to appreciate. But second time, it's intentional. And third time, it's your karma, that forcing you to enjoy your senses looking at that. But when that troubles you, just make your intelligence to drop down that screen, and which can visualize you the whole body in that particular form of a red skin. It's so obnoxious. You will never give again that attraction for that body. Sometimes people, they ask, why in the Krishna consciousness, or mostly the devotees of Lord Vishnu, always they negate about this sense gratificatory activities? Because that's the nature of that sense gratificatory activities, that they are going to give you a trouble. At the beginning may seems like a nectar, but ultimately the result is poison. And we always think about the poison rather than the nectar, what is there at the beginning. And that's why people think these people are more negative. My own brother used to say me, always you live in the negation. This is not, this is not, this is not. Why not? We have got senses, but not for the sense enjoyment. That we have to understand. The senses that we have got in the human form of life to control. Because this is the only gateway to get rid of the 84 lakh species of life. If you miss this, gone. Like a blind man, he was put into one cell which had 84 lakhs openings. And there was only one opening which is open to go him out from that prison. So how he has to locate that? Simple way, because he is being a blind, he has to touch the whole wall and go along with that. And when he comes to the opening, he can go out. But what happens? As you do something, that gets rhythm in your body. So when that blind man, he was walking alongside the wall, he walk. He said, all doors are like a close. When the opening came, he got a itching sensation. And he took out his hand from the wall, but he never stopped. He kept walking. Then what happened?
Again.
He missed that door and again started from the point zero. It's happening with us also. All the 84 lakh species we are traveling, and when we get the human form of a life, in this itching sensation. Khujli bolte hain, bahut khujli hai. Kandu anai, as Prahlad Maharaj says, rubbing of senses. Khujli, nothing else. That's again binds us in this 84 lakh species, and you keep rotating. Bhave, punarajanma, again and again, you keep traveling. So you need to be very cautious. Helps you. Definitely. We need to have a sincere desire to work upon our problem. We want to get rid of this problem, solutions are there. See, Lord's creation is so perfect. Your hunger, because there is somewhere a food. If food is not there, you will never feel hungry. Think on Ekadashis. Set, no grains today. So you will not have a hankering for the grains, do you? Same way. Once one brahmachari asked Jayadvat Maharaj, so how to remain brahmachari throughout the life? Then he said, Sam, how you follow Ekadashi? Simple. Control your mind. You will remain. On the Ekadashi day, sometimes we offer, or all the times we offer Rajbhoga to the Lord. So same 13 items or 25 items, whatever, as per the temple standard, they offered every day. On Ekadashi day also they offer. Do you eat that? No. Because you know it is prohibited today. No grains. So same way, if someone wants to remain a brahmachari, he should know at least this lifetime, they may be very beautiful, cute, whatever it may be, but not for me, at least for this lifetime. So it's all mind game, nothing else. And simple way to control the mind, neglect. Whatever he desires, just neglect. When you neglect that, then he comes in under control. Otherwise, it controls you when you start paying attention. Okay? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki,